Hi, this is Armando again, and today for my summary, I'm going to be talking about Chapter 14, which deals with adolescent stress and alienation. So, in this chapter, Dolan talks about many different subjects. She talks about depression, suicide, juvenile delinquency, and runaways. So, specifically, I'm going to be focusing on runaways. So, one of the first things that Dolan talks about is that those who run away is a lot more common than people actually think. About 1 to 2 million run away each year, and um, 1 out of 7 run away before the age of 18. Now, according to Dolan, there's two types of runaway. There are um, transit runaways and intent runaways. Now, transit runaways are those who run away for a couple hours to 1 or 2 days, while intent runaways are those who are gone for good who are not coming back. Now, half the runaways are transit runaways, meaning that they will come back in a couple hours or 1 or 2 days. This is a very telling thing, according to Dolan, because it pretty much kind of says that there's a big problem that's happening within the family dynamic if the individual runaway thinks that the only way to escape that problem that's going on or that issue is to run away for a while. And so Dolan then goes in to talk about why adolescents run away. And the first thing that she mentions is that oftentimes the parent deserts them because of either a family death or divorce. Also, adolescents run away because their parents can't handle the fact that they are homosexual. Also, because um, they've been abused at home, and they also run away, according to Dolan, because or they left home or got kicked out because the runaway has a substance abuse power. So these are all reasons why um, adolescents run away. Now, what happens to adolescents is that they end up on the streets. And there's a lot of negative things that could happen on the streets. For example, poverty, um, and it goes on, Dylan goes on to talk about drugs, disease, and these runaways joining gangs. Um, One of the things that happened in my first couple years of teaching is that I actually had a situation where one of my students actually did run away from home. Um, and a lot of the stuff that Dawn mentioned is basically what happened with her. She was involved in gangs um, and drugs and whatnot, and she ran away from home. And she, from what I've heard, she ran away all the way from Illinois all the way to New York, and she was there for uh, at least a week or two, and eventually she came back home. And this kind of really speaks to the fact that a lot of times the problems that these adolescents go through at home pretty much speaks to the fact that they have serious problems that they feel they can't deal with, so they think that running away is the only option. Um, when she came back, the first thing that happened with her was that she started seeing the social worker, and she started getting counseling for her and her parents. And from what I could gather from the parents is that the counseling really helped to open up and talk about a lot of the problems that not only were happening in her life, but also were happening with her parents. So I think this really goes to say that we need to be conscious, especially as teachers, of our students and of the problems that go on within the home environment, because if they are not checked, then much worse consequences could happen for our students. So that's chapter 14, and later.